It should be better now. Just let me know if you can hear. Finally, if you can see, drop a comment so I can identify in the chat. Let me know if you are able to join in now and drop your message. I am sure I should be able to see your comments now. Mm, 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 mm. Let's get into the conversation. Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are not giving up. Let me know if you didn't give up. Thank you for staying tuned, for joining in and joining in. Right, we have to do this for the third time. So waiting for your comments to be sure that you can hear me, and then of course I believe that the audio is good and then the video is clear enough. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me know if you can hear me. Finally, oh, finally. Dodo Michael Shevsky says, rest in peace to Charlie Kirk. Yes, may the Lord rest his soul. It was a sad one. Thank you for that. Um, you know, seeing a lot being said, a lot of videos about Charlie. I mean, talking about standing for his faith and then trying to do his own bit in making the world a better place. All right. So, but different views, different people with different views about this, but no one should actually be happy about the death of another, you know. So it's a sad one, and my condolences. I have a lot of subscribers from the United States. My condolences to the people of the United States, and at such a time as this, we trust that they will receive comfort and strength to go through this period. All right. So Dudu Michael Skesky, thank you for dropping your comment first on the chat. We had to do this over and over again. Earlier, I couldn't see any comments. The screen was blank. Of course, I could see myself. All right. I could see the like, but I couldn't access the messages in the chat. So thank you for joining in, and let me have a thumbs up for this session so that we can in as I welcome you all. Thank you. Dodu Mikhail says audio is good. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the feedback. Ayan says hi. Hello, Ayan. Thank you for joining in. How are you doing, Ayan? Dodu, please let me know where you are watching from. Where are you watching from? and then what time is it in your location. I'm so glad to have you here. I'm excited. Kindly double tap on your screen to like the live. Look for the like button, look for the settings. Of course, you can also subscribe so that you can be a part of this wonderful community. We're growing community, health, healthy community. We talk about health, of course, everything around health, mental health, reproductive health. We talk about chronic medical conditions like hypertension, diabetes, sickle cell anemia, you know, bronchial asthma. These are common conditions that people suffer or deal with. Okay, and we need uh, information, and then correct information at that, not just the general information from Google. I try to provide some information based on my experience, practicing for over a decade now as a medical doctor. Presently into residency in family medicine, and I find it interesting that there are different aspects of our health, and there are ways by which we can achieve the good health that we all desire and we all deserve. Okay, we have our roles to play when it comes to our health. So let me know where you are watching from. Let me know where you are watching from. Just drop in the chat where are you watching from. Thank you for the like. I can see one thumbs up. Hope we can have more. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You know, um, there are things that happen sometimes that we just wonder and we ask questions. But there are times that we just have to be intentional. We just need to be intentional about the things that we need to do, the things we need to get doing, and for the results that we want. Okay, so if you're talking about living a healthy life, it requires definitely some level of commitment on your part as an individual. It requires taking responsibility and then being committed. Of course, it requires some discipline on your part. For example, I want to ask you, can you tell me much how much volume of water that you have taken today? Can you tell me? I know we are in different time zones. Of course, it's evening on this side and then maybe afternoon in some other regions. Okay. But no matter what it is, within 24 hours, you should be talking about taking around 3 liters of water. I mean, drinking water. And you know that water is life. That is an understatement. The importance of hydration. We talked about this yesterday on the live, and it was really interesting to note that to know that even dehydration can be a cause of a headache, can be a cause of abdominal cramps, can be a cause of feeling of tiredness, fatigue. When you feel you are low on energy, sometimes it's not just food. Some people are even eating well, adequately, and all. But when you talk about having a balanced diet or meal, you do your vegetables, you do your fruits, you do your uh, 25% of starch, carbohydrates, you do your protein, 25% of your plate. It's interesting. But do you do this intentionally? And then do you also hydrate intentionally? So yesterday we talked about the need to carry your bottle of water with you everywhere you go. So there's no excuse for not drinking well enough. So there's actually a way to drink water to keep fit. Thank you for the second like. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Let's keep it coming, guys. Welcome, everyone. If you're just joining in, We are just 10 minutes now. I saw quite a number of people joining in earlier, so I hope we can have more people joining again. Because earlier I had challenge of reading your. Let me know if you can still hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. I just shared the live in the community post. So can you hear me? Okay. Thank thank you for the likes. You know what? We all right. So let me hear me. Yeah.